Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a very important video. Not only is this a Bitcoin prediction, but this is just going to help you with all the other cryptocurrencies that you're currently keeping an eye on. This is a very important update. And I know some of you may still be recovering from yesterday's massive sell-off. However, I wouldn't be discouraged, and here's why. Firstly, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date on all my recent videos. Remember, guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. So always make sure to do your own research. Now, with that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description, and join the Telegram group because this is where you're going to get more in-depth technical news updates, fundamental updates, and much more. So do that right now. And of course, if you want those juicy entries, exits, and under the radar crypto gems, you can upgrade to Crypto Crew Premium today. Link also in the description. Now, it's safe to say we've seen a parabolic rally since April last year, and we see price pretty much move to the upside, right? So this pullback is not really that surprising. It's only surprising if you're only looking at this from a weekly perspective or even a daily perspective or hourly perspective, right? A pullback like this is overdue, and I'm going to show you where exactly price pulled back to and why this wasn't actually a coincidence at all. Now, many people were saying, and this is a lovely actual buying formation on the monthly time frame, but I'll get into that another time. Now, one thing that's important to note, many people were saying that, this sell-off happened simply because China stopped its banks from accepting or crypto payments or transactions, something along those lines. But we know China has banned cryptocurrency. This news data tends to always come out when Bitcoin's at an overbought area, and maybe large institutions want to get some great entries or get some good positions in. Isn't it a coincidence that this kind of data comes out, price starts to sell off, and then look, what do you know? All these major large institutions start buying in at a cheaper price, snapping price right back into his range, which I'm going to speak about shortly. So was it the reason why Bitcoin dumped, or was it just a catalyst for an overdue market retracement? I think the latter. I don't really buy the whole China banning, because we hear that all the time. And not only that, we actually heard that recently they're going to allow crypto trading on cryptocurrencies for financial purposes or for gain purposes. So there's so much conflicting news here, right? And we got to think about who's pumping out this news and why. It's very important to take note of that. But anyway, guys, just from a technical perspective, we can see that if we go on the daily, yesterday, let me zoom out quickly. So yesterday we saw basically price top out. This is a classic selling formation, right? We see the break of the neckline. We actually see a retest on this broken support area, and we see the confluence from it rejecting this trend line as well. Let me just circle that for you guys now, right? So it's added confluence, and then we see price, literally start tanking. Now, did we think that price would close below $48,000? To be honest with you, we didn't. But one of our analysts did actually say that, we did know that, the lowest we'll go to is 28,000, and that is also in the Telegram. So we're not making it up on this video. That's actually posted prior to price hitting that $29,000 area. Now, we didn't expect it to be that bad, just because there's so much demand right now for Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in particular, especially with now larger institutions getting involved. These are the major people that are really snapping this up at the moment, which is why when we saw the price crash yesterday, and let's just do the math on that. When we saw price crash, let's go there. When we saw price crash nearly 35%, look at the retracement, right? And look how quick this retracement occurred. 39%, and we're already above the $40,000 area, which was our range, right? Our range is between 66,000 and 42,000. So now we're literally snapping back in our range. Now we're not out of hot water just yet, right? We need to, number one, see a close above, because this could simply be a pullback into quote unquote new resistance area, and then we could see a continuation to the downside, maybe even as low as $25,000, right? So we're not out of hot water just yet, guys. So do keep that in mind. Don't get too overconfident. And surprise, surprise, where did price pull into, right? Number one, we rejected our 200 SMA, right? Whoops. There you go. We rejected our 200 SMA, and we also pulled into our January lows, right? Where we started off in January. So we saw price pull all the way back. Give some of these institutions a chance to get their entries again. So this is like a refresher for them. And now price is making its way back up, right? This is no coincidence, right? Where we go from here is another story. Now I'm going to get into the prediction now. This is what I see happening with Bitcoin. I see us closing above 50,000 before the end of the month. Yep, that's right. I see us closing above 50,000 before the end of the month. And I believe, well, we said this already from the start of the year. Our prediction actually was 70,000. Of course, we're pretty much going to hit that within the next 2 months. But I think we'll hit around, I believe, around maybe 120 to $140,000, and then we'll see price dump all the way back to about 85, 100K before the end of the year. So my end of year prediction for Bitcoin is 100,000 or just below it. But I do believe we're going to hit above 120,000, maybe even 140,000 dollars this year. There's a lot more bullish momentum at play here. And one thing to note, guys, if you're a new trader, right, you're someone that's new to the market, it's important that you have a plan, right? Why is that important? Because when something like this happens, this is an opportunity to restock at a cheaper price, right? We're only accumulating. Now, some people may say, why leave money on the table? Why not, take profits? There's many avenues of, and that's why I say it's important to have a plan. We have a plan. Our plan is to accumulate, right? We could do potential day trades on this, which we do have some. Let's say on VeChain, PancakeSwap, etc. We do have some day trade plays, but as a general principle, we always want to position in one of the cryptocurrencies we're buying. So in this case, Bitcoin, we're always going to have a position, right? We're always going to have a position, and we want to accumulate, because guess what happens? The story then becomes, guess what, guys? In 2021, did you know I owned 1 Bitcoin? Did you know I owned a fraction of a Bitcoin? And if I held in 2021 and it's now, let's say 2025, I would be a millionaire. Or if I, held my Bitcoin since this time, I would be up over 400K. Or we hear these stories all too often, but it's so hard for people to act rationally, right? When the irrational happens, and that separates the people that end up changing their lives via the crypto space and the people that just make a quick buck. And fair enough, making a few $1,000 or making a few $100, that's great, but I mean, surely you could do that on pretty much any market. If you're looking for day trade, there's the FX market for that. It's the stock market, or indice market to be specific. The crypto space, obviously the opportunity is there to make a fortune, but at the same time, guys, it's up to you. But me personally, I'm taking a long-term approach to this. This truly is the start. Many people think, because there's a lot of new traders coming in now, that all of a sudden this is it, right? This is, we're gonna see it go to zero now, or all of a sudden we're gonna see the market tank. But I just want to remind you guys, and I'm gonna go on the 1 month one more time, right? So if we look on the 1 month one more time, this is where we are. I mean, guys, this is literally where we are. Right? If we zoom out, look at this chart. Like, this is just the start. Honestly, this is truly just the start. Anyway, to end the video, guys, I see us hitting that 120. I believe we're going to hit as high as 120k, even 140 this year. But I do believe we're going to make close to the 100k mark. That's my prediction. But I would say for now, be careful. Be careful, because this could just be a pullback and we could see some more selling pressure, maybe even down to $25,000 per per coin. So be very, very, very careful at this level. Do not get overconfident, but at the same time, guys, like I always say, when others are fearful, be greedy. When others are greedy, be fearful. I'm going to leave this video just by saying, seize the day.